In this segment, we're going to discuss the basic gases going into the engine and what they might become before they make their way back out again. To help me with that, I'm going to ask my assistant, Suzuki Hanyoto, to assist me.
Okay, I am here to use my special powers to help describe these exhaust gases to you. We will start with what is entering the engine. Ambient air and gasoline. The ambient air around us is 21% oxygen and 78% nitrogen, while our fuel is made up of approximately 15% hydrogen and 85% carbon. We also need to remember the law of conservation of matter. We don't create or destroy anything, just do a little rearranging. Let us look at how that is done in a running internal combustion engine. Here is what we have entering the engine. If everything in the engine happened perfectly,
we would have just a few things left over.
Nitrogen. It is inert, so if all is good, it just wanders on through the engine. The next is a little more complicated. We're going to need some hydrogen. We will save the carbon for later, but we're going to need the hydrogen now. Now, we need an oxygen to add this. H2O. You've seen water coming out of a tailpipe before. This is how that comes about. Next up is another compound. Now we have our good, bad gas. It puts the bubbles in your soda, and carbon dioxide is an efficiency indicator. The higher it is, the better the engine is running, and the better a catalytic converter is working. But now, it is considered a bad gas worldwide. The problem is gasoline is roughly 85% carbon, so it's going to be tough to get rid of the CO2 as long as we have gasoline engines. So if everything were perfect, all the engine would expel would be nitrogen, water, and carbon dioxide. But it's not a perfect world, so we also get some other gases. Some are bad, some were good, and have gone bad. Real bad. O2 by itself isn't bad, and a small amount out the tailpipe is okay, but much at all can indicate we have a lean air-fuel ratio. Now we have hydrocarbons. If it comes out the same as it goes in, that tells us something went wrong in the engine. We have unburned fuel, so we have a misfire or partial combustion, but not enough combustion to burn what was in the cylinder. So our next is CO. CO is carbon monoxide, colorless, odorless, and will kill you if it displaces enough oxygen in your body. Definitely one of the bad gases. We can use it though. It is our rich lean indicator. If we have too much CO, that means we have had too much fuel, so we are very rich. Very little CO, compared with high oxygen, means we have had too little fuel, and we are lean. Last but not least is NOx. Whoops, not that one. So this is what we call oxides of nitrogen. That is 2 or more oxygen molecules. If we only had one oxygen, then we would have nitric
oxide,
not nitrous oxide. Now, oxides of nitrogen are special. It requires lots of heat and pressure to make it. NOx generally doesn't happen naturally.
It needs help.
And heat and pressure are what an internal combustion engine specializes in. We used to regularly check these gases for emissions testing, and those vehicles are fewer and farther between, as we only checked 1995 back to 1975 in the state of Oregon. And then only 4: hydrocarbons, carbon monoxide, and carbon dioxide. Really, for a gas engine, the only things that are currently measured through OBD2 is oxygen on the O2 sensors on the vehicle. Now, it is time for me to go, and as the ancient wisdom says,
we will see you in the next video.